All right, Coach, when you look back at last season, probably not quite the year that you guys are used to having, but still kind of finished strong. You came around towards the end. What's your biggest takeaway from last year?
Well, I was just so proud of the kids. I mean, that's a tough schedule. I mean, the teams that we competed against and played against were very good football teams. The teams we lost to in the regular season were 40-5. 2 of them were undefeated. 2 of them were 8-1, and the other one was 6-3. And we positioned ourselves a couple of times to, have an opportunity to win 2 of those games. But you know what? Hey, that's just part of it. So we got to, with not having, we had 1 senior on the offensive line and no seniors on the D line. So one would hope that would catapult us into this upcoming year. So we're really excited, but yet very proud of that team last year, because when the standard is so high and you're not meeting that benchmark, people can think that, oh boy, you're not having a successful year. And I had a great time coaching that group of young men. But yeah, you're right. We got a lot of kids coming back in some very high-profile positions for us on our football team.
Some big-time players, too, that are getting attention. Let's start with Keyshawn Williams. I mean, seems like a guy that could do pretty much anything for you. I mean, what's he mean to the team?
Oh, Keyshawn is the biggest thing that stands out with me is he's ultra competitive. He is in that higher echelon over the 30 years of doing this of kids that just want to go out there and compete on Friday nights. I mean, it bothers him when we don't play well or weren't fortunate enough to win just as much as it does the coaches. So you love having kids like that. But he played corner for us or DB for us as a sophomore. We moved him up as an outside linebacker. We'll figure it out this offseason where the best place to play him is. Just very talented young man, a lot of tools that he can bring to the table on both sides of the ball and special teams, but he's ultra competitive, and that's what we love about him.
And what are coaches kind of telling you? What's the feedback you've been getting from the schools that are starting to show interest in?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's been calling. Everybody wants to see him. They see his talent, and nobody's really talked to me about what position they want him to play, but the young man could play. I mean, it reminds me a lot of Niles. To put him in that category, he's just very talented, and he makes plays, and we got to do a good job of putting him in those positions next year.
Okay, you got a good one in Sam Scott that came and was awful productive for you last year. What did he mean to the squad?
Well, with Sam, he came in here and embraced it. We're still getting to know him. And it took a little while. He went to a lot of camps, came into fall camp a little bit, hindered up, but Sam is a very talented young man. He's positioned himself academically to be in a good position. I would say that maybe this year was a little bit of a learning curve on both sides. Him learning to play at the level that we compete at, and also us trying to figure out what's the best situation for him. So I think the coaches have a lot better understanding of what he can do, and then so we just got to continue on that curve and find positions and opportunities for him to make plays.
And what's his best strength or his greatest asset out there for you?
For Sam, I would say just his athletic ability and his strength and size. I mean, the young man can run, he can change direction, so we just need to harness that and continue his growth. And the coaches, I'm very confident, are going to take care of that. But just like I said, I mean, he can change direction. He's got the speed. He's got a good mindset for the football. And like I said, just hopefully next year the game will slow even more down for him, playing at the level that we play at. And as I saw it happen over the year, but just like I said, coaches just had a lot more time to work with him and put him in positions to be successful.
Okay, and then one of the key pieces in that line that's coming back is Hunter Push, 6'4", 260, skinny 260.
Yeah.
I guess give me a little background on him as a player.
Well, with Hunter, he's just going to continue to grow. Just the big thing with him is the coaches, we got to get him stronger. These young men that have these long arms and stuff like that, in the trenches and stuff like that, playing against the level of competition that we play against, he's just got to work on his flexibility and his strength. And so, lower body was pretty good for last year, but, for him, he's just got to get the strength and, upper body and then just come off the ball every day. And but Hunter, played for us a lot as a sophomore. Was in that developmental stage as just a 17-year-old kid, right, and growing. And now we got to get him stronger, which he is already. And then he's just got to go.
Now he's got an early offer from South Dakota, getting a lot of attention. I mean, what are they kind of saying as far as where they see him projecting at the next level?
Yeah, I mean, he's just, like I said, I think a lot of it's going to come down to Hunter with his feet and his upper body strength, but like I said, I think a lot of that has to do with his age and, just being a young man that we've been doing it now for 30 years. It's just that developmental growth. He works his tail off in the weight room. He works his butt off at practice. The game, like I said, should slow down for him a lot next year again too, but we got to get him stronger. And but everybody likes him. He's got a tremendous work ethic, and he's a tough kid.
Okay. And you kind of hit on it a little bit at the beginning, but I mean, what's your outlook for next year? I mean, what has you most excited about this group that's coming back?
Well, just the experience. You can't beat that. We got a quarterback coming back that played for us last year. He's a multi-sport kid, which we love. Darius is just all the indicators would tell you that he's going to have a great year. The game should slow down for him. But I'm just ultra happy with him. He kept competing. And like I said, he's all about our program. He plays baseball and he does those types of things, and which I love. Just being a multi-sport kid, the more opportunities he gets to compete, the better we are. And so that's huge for us on the offensive side of the ball. But experience-wise, having a lot of kids back, we played a lot of kids, and and like I said, we had one senior on the offensive line, no seniors on the D-line, which is tough when you're competing against the higher echelon kids. So we're just extremely excited. And you know what? To get humbled a little bit. We've been knocked out the last 2 years in the first round, and we got to get back to work. And like I said, nobody's feeling sorry for North, and we got to get back after it.